Hey there. Today we're going to take a look at the solo from No One Like You by the Scorpions. Always been one of my favorite solos of all time. I've always loved this solo. It's a great solo, a great song, played by Matthias Jabs. But first, let me run through it real quick and then we'll break it down. I did do a cover of this solo. I'm going to put a link below in the description. I hope you guys will check that out. So let's get right into it. So you're doing a full step bend starting at the 7th fret on the G string. And that means a full step is that you're aiming to hit this note. That's the tone you want. You're bending up to that tone. All right. So you bend up. The whole step bend on the 7th fret on the G string, and as you're releasing, you're going to keep hitting some pinch harmonics, all right? And as you come down, then you do a quick bend and release. Bend up to 7, from 7 to 5, all right? So it's... Right, so right at the end, as you release, you do a quick at the end. Right? Now you jump over to the B string and you're going to do a full step bend at the 8th fret. All right? And throughout the whole solo, this is what he does and what makes this solo really a great solo. And a lot of great solos do this. The solo breathes. The music breathes, the solo breathes. And what I mean by that is between each section, it breathes. It takes a breath. All right? As guitar players, we can kind of get lost in shredding and our fingers don't need to breathe, right? But musically, the music does need to breathe. And for just the average listener, that's what really resonates with people. All right? So what I mean by that, right? So let's go over this part. He chokes it off, and he lets the delay kind of carry it for a second, and takes a breath before it goes into the next part. Takes a breath, goes into the next part. All right, and then the next part, you're going to start with a pre-bend on the 10th fret on the B string. All right, and a pre-bend is where you're going to have your hand palm muting all the strings. You're going to do a whole step and a half this time. So you're aiming for a high C note here. That's the tone you want, but you're bending up to that from the 10th fret on the B string. So pre-bend. All right. And then pull off to 8. All right. From 10 to 8. And then come over to the G string on the 9th fret. All right. Oh, I didn't get it that time. And then a quick hammer from 8 to 10. And then over to 8 on the E string, bending up a whole step and then choking it off, right? All right, so all together it's... All right, so from the beginning. All right, now next section, again, how it breathes, right? It takes a pause. Now it goes into the next section. You're going to do the Chuck Berry riff, but arpeggiate it. All right, full step bend kind of on the G string, 7th fret. Come over to the 5th fret on the B string, 5th fret on the E string. Right, the good old Chuck Berry riff. All right, so and then pull off from 8 to 5. Then come over to the G string, 8, 7, 5. All right. And then do a pull off from 7 to 5 over to 7 on the D string. All right. So all right, and then a pull off from 7 to 5, you're on the D string, and then over to 7 on the A string. All right, so all together. Now you come back over to the D string on 7 to 5, but this time you're going to hit this staccato, and you're really going to kind of dig in, so you're like 7, 5, and kind of really choking the off, palm muting them kind of really hard. All right, 7, 5, come over to the A string, 7, 6, 5, and then down to 3. And then hit that again. Full step bend up. It's on vibrato. All right, so the whole riff slow. And as you kind of end that there, the rhythm guitars hit the power chord, or you can even hit the A string if you want, before you jump up to the next part. All right, so coming out, right? All right, now there is a harmony part over this, but I'm going to play it if you were just playing this by yourself with no other harmony guitar, and then I'll show you what the harmony is, right? All right, so coming out of that, you're going to do a full step bend on the B string at the 20th fret. And then you're coming over to 17 and 19 on the E string. Do a little half step on the 19th fret on this string. And then back down on the E string to the 17. All right, so all together. And then come over back to 20 on the B string. And then on the 17th fret, again on the E string. All right, so it's... All right. And then you finish that off with a whole step bend on the 22nd fret on the E string. All right, so all together. All right, so right there is where the harmony is. And the harmony starts right where you're hitting this note. The harmony guitar is hitting 19th on the E string. And then you can come on the B string and hit 13 to 15. Little bend on 50. And then down to 13. And then 12. And then back up to 13. And then finish it with the 19th fret on the E string. All right, so that whole harmony part is... You could even play it here if you wanted. You could hit 19 and come over on the G string and hit 17 and 19 on the G string. All right, so it's the same thing, right? It's up to you. The B string just has a different tone. But like I said, they're the notes. All right, so it's all over this one part right here. And And then you kind of slide down because you're going to slide up. And you're going to do the Chuck Berry riff, right? Slide up. I slide up on the G string. I've seen other guys where they just slide up on the B string, or they just kind of start right here. This is how I kind of hear it. I hear them sliding up on the, I think it's as the Chuck Berry riff, right? But it's up here. All right, so you're sliding up to about the 19th fret on the G string. You really almost didn't even have time to do that bend. And then do the Chuck Berry riff, right? The 19, 17 on the B string, 17 on the E string, right? Now, coming out of this is really the most trickiest part of this whole solo, because he does about 6 really fast unison bends on the B string at the 20th fret. He does these like 6 times, if I counted correctly. I tried to slow the track down and I count 6 times, right? So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. But he does them really fast and really clean. So it's, all right. All right, after the 6th time, you do it one more time, 7. But when you're coming out of it on the 7th time, you're bending up, and then you're doing this. All right, so that is bending up, unison bend again. Hit the 17th on the E string, and then coming up and hitting kind of a whole step, quick whole step bend and release on the 20th fret on the E string, and then back down to the 17th fret on the E string, right? So it's, and that happens twice. All right, so if you're going to put that all together, right? So all right. Now, after you come out of that lick, you hit another bend on the 20th on the B string, but this time you're just going to release it, bend down. As you're coming down off that bend, you're going to keep picking, hitting some pitch harmonics, kind of like how the solo started when it first started off, but you're going to do that here. All right, so if you're going to do the whole thing, and then you come out of that lick with this little blues lick, and you do that, I don't know, maybe 5 times or so, 4 or 5 times. All right, so, and that lick is your standard. I love this lick. But I want to show you a little pointer how I play this lick. I actually start off, I have my finger barred by the 17th fret on the G string and the 17th fret E string. So I kind of have a little bar going right here, right? So that way, the lick is, you're starting on the B string, 17 to 20, right? And release, so you're hammering off and on. And then you're coming on and hitting the 20th fret on the 19th, so you're hammering on 17 to 20 and releasing on the B string, and then come over and hit 19 on the G string. All right, so the notes really are, all right, but you're just doing that fast, right? I'm doing it this way so it comes, you can really see. So hammer, 17, 20, release, come over, 19 on the G string. All right, but like I said, I like to do it like this because I can kind of get it faster and clean. All right. All right, just practice that, get it up to speed. All right, and after you come out of that lick, you're doing a bend again, right? So let's just take it from, And now you come out of that and you hit another bend, unison bend, right? All right, so you come out of that, 20, 17 on the B string, 20 on the G string. This time it's 20, 19, 17. Over to the D string, 19, 17. A string, 19, 18, 17, 15. With a full step bend and vibrato. All right, so it's the same lick that you did down here, just an octave up, right? Where it's all right, so if we're going to put that all together from that one lick, right? And then slide down. All right, so there you go. There you have it. I hope you liked this lesson. I hope this is helpful. If you did, I hope you will click the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Other than that, keep playing, keep practicing, and keep rocking.